For Atmanirbhar, for Atmanirbhar Bharat, we should be self-reliant. That is the thing. And first, we will talk of some of these things that uh, why we are using technologies and why we have published this type of papers. That in 2018, okay, that is before the outbreak of COVID, the repurpose publication means publication which has some technologies involved like artificial intelligence, software, which has which has increased the discovery of new compounds. So you will see that from 2000 to 2018, more than 700 or 800 publication came in the market where artificial intelligence is used, and this is the data only of Science Direct. Okay, so this trend will tell you that why the technology has started and why the publications, including technologies for the discovery of new compounds or new methodology. And here you will see that today morning I have taken this data that from 2019 to 2023, here you will see the repurposing of compounds, that is compounds which are already in the market, which are already available with us, but of no use. They were repurposed with the help of new technologies. And these technologies, they are of pharmaceutical branch. And you will see that around 13,827 publications were there in hardly of these 5 years. So with this, you can see that how much research is going on. Now, this is a simple model of our Prime Minister towards making India self-reliance. 5 pillars of self-reliance of India. Everything, and you will see in this, pharmacy has a very big role. Like quantum jumps, not incremental jump. That is, from we should have a high jump, not that we are going on the stair first, then second and third. Not like this. We should have exponential growth, because if we don't have exponential growth, we cannot cross China or other countries. Infrastructure is very much important. We know that infrastructure is definitely required if we want other companies to be a part of, to come over here and put their industry, because we have to give them lands, everything we have to give them at very concession rate. System means we are number one in software technology, so no can beat us. And our demography is very much important because we are second largest in population. So there is no, you can say, that is human resources available for everything. And demand, our population is very high, our demand is very high, and we are exporting. We can export. Okay. So in Atmanirbhar Bharat, you will see that simple reforms are there in agriculture, in finance system, in pharmaceutical industries. Okay. And now this data will tell you that according to CFA India Society Research, 70% of India's import is around 2.4 billion of API. That is 2.4 billion of API comes from China. Okay. So this much we are importing from China in case of API, because we are not able to make it. And why we are not able to make it earlier, but now you will see that now we are making all the maximum API. So we are totally depending upon China. If there is any standoff with China, he will cut off all the API. Then how our people will survive? Then India drugs account for nearly 30% and about 10% in the 70-80 billion US generic market, according to the research. That is, disruption will impact drug market and Indian API suppliers which rely on Chinese. That is, we should not rely on only one country. This is the now here you will see that API we are importing from China, penicillin G 100%, levodopa 100%. So penicillin G, if we are importing, then how we can combat the infection? Because we are getting 100% supply from there. So all over you will see that we are earlier, before Atmanirbhar Bharat or before the innovation in technologies, our condition was very meager, but now we are becoming self-reliant. Now, this is the practical condition that in since 2020, imports from China have witnessed disruption. That is, our import have been going down from China. Why? There is 3 reasons. Actually, we are becoming Atmanirbhar Bharat. Second is that uh, for becoming Atmanirbhar Bharat, we needed time. But you will see that in COVID-19, everybody, that proofs are there that Wuhan lab has modeled this virus, okay, to disturb the economy of the world and especially India also. And second condition, the India-China standoff in Doklam. Due to these two conditions, our government is now they have just put their shoes, and they know that now we have to self-develop APIs, drugs for our own people, that too in a cheaper rate. Otherwise, in future, if we are like Sri Lanka, what Sri Lanka is facing now, they are doing nothing. So now they are bankrupted and they are looking for the loans. So our government is doing very good in this condition. Now we have also exported 3.89 billion of bulk drugs to different countries. Okay, so now from 2021, 22, everything, our export is increasing. Why our export is increasing? Because now we are making it. Otherwise, if we are taking from China, then we are making and then we are supplying it. Then it will be highly costly. And why the US will ask us? The US will ask China itself to supply them. So now the US and maximum Europe, they are looking towards us in a hope that we will supply them everything, especially pharmaceutical, because if drugs are not there, if we do not survive, then how we can use the new technologies and how we can live a very satisfactory life. So that is the reason why everybody is looking towards us. Maybe the developed countries are now giving a lot of importance to us because due to our high speed technologies and our expertise in pharmaceutical sciences, our workforce is driving towards the self-reliance. Okay, here you can see that our export is increasing from financial year 12 to 21. This is very good sign for us. Okay, that too, it is in billion US dollar. Okay, not in Indian rupees. Now, these are some government schemes. These schemes are always for Indian population, Indian scientists, Indian firms, and they are promoting it. That is the reason you will see a lot of startup is coming. If I want to have some startup, from where I will get money. So if I don't have money, then that idea will go into the dustbin, and I will be doing some new things. But if government say that I will give you 10 or 20 lakhs loan on you just develop some app or some new things, then I will be very much happy because 70 to 80% loan is given to me, and when I get profit, I will return them. So that is a government policies like production link incentive scheme for promotion of bulk drug parks, a scheme for promotion of medical devices. So Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana. So all these schemes, they are making us self-reliance, and everything is depends upon pharmacy. Okay, we cannot have bulk drug, medical device, or this Jan Aushadhi without the technology involved in the pharmaceutical sciences. Now, government has a lot of, you can say, money spending on making the drug parks. Okay, I want to tell you that few days back, one team came to Lalitpur, which is near to Sagar, that they want land to develop this. They wish to make a very huge park, pharmaceutical or drug park, there where they want to grow the medicinal plant extraction, that is from growing to making that compound available to general population. Everything will be there, and there will be a lot of scope for employment, and government is giving huge amount of money because they know that in COVID also we totally depend upon maximally depend upon the plant resources. Okay, so you will see that they will have in-house facility, and in every state they want to open the bulk drug parks, and they are giving a lot of money. So they will give grant. Okay, they will give infrastructure. 70% of the project cost will be provided by the government of India. So what will be there? There will be a solvent recovery area, power and steam unit, distillation plant, common things required for development of extract or isolation, everything. And why we are doing it? We are doing it because now we want everything to be made in India. Okay, so you will be amazed to know that 60% of our GDP we are investing on our armed forces, on our army. Okay, why? Because in that 60%, the 40% we are things we are importing from Russia and USA, and now we have developed such a good weapon system that now we are exporting it. That is a Make in India initiative. Then import substitution. That is, whatever things we are importing from China or other countries which are competitive of India, why we should rely on them? Why we should import from them? Because India is known for their brain. Indians are known for their brain. We are producing very good engineering graduates, science graduate. If they get opportunity over here, they can develop any API. That too at a very effective cost. Then promotion of export and to assure drug security to the nation. That is, in COVID, we don't have remdesivir, we don't have simple compounds. Why? Because we waited for the API to come from the different countries, then we will make it. But we don't have the scarcity of paracetamol because we make it. So we have to think like that. Now we also know that uh, that is academic institution or a small institution, they cannot afford to develop the new technology. So what is the game? The game is that the research and funding support will be given by the industry, because industry are heavily supported by the government. Government is giving subsidies, government is giving loan to industry. So what they are thinking? They are thinking that the great minds, the great scientists, they are not in industry, but they are in academic institution in the form of a research scholars or PhD scholar or as a faculty member. So what they have done, they are not investing by themselves. They are giving money to big academic institution in a form of fellowship or in a form of infrastructure, and that institution is producing the new technologies and new drugs for them. And as soon as the compound become active or technology is transferable, now they will take, now as they have their bond, now they will hire that technology and the new compound, the industry will take it, because now academic institution cannot move it further because of money scarcity. So now that company will develop that compound. Okay. So in this cycle, the institution will get money, human resources already there. They will use their brain. Now industry will use their infrastructure to develop the compound. Now we also know that without money we cannot survive. Okay. So money is required for research. For research, we need knowledge, and to develop a new compound, we also need a innovation. That is, innovation and research goes by side. If we do not have money, forget the research and forget the innovation. Because without money, everything is nil. So in earlier system, we'll see that as contributing to the innovation literature overall, research on the pharmaceutical industry is important to help the industry address its unique challenges. Okay, that is, this slide will tell you that we should have novelty. We should have the novelty for the society. We should have novelty for our economics. We should not believe that we should not believe means our, if industry is in India, it means that whatever they are making first, it should be very cheaper and it should be available for the local market. Okay, if they are developing compound for HIV, then we know that HIV compound, they are very costly and the patients are very less. Then they should have some percentage of making this compound, but they should make available compounds like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory compounds, antihistamine compounds at a very cheap rate, because maximum percentage of population in India is infected by these small diseases. Okay, now here you will see we have 1745 startups. Okay, it is the data of January 2022. It is taken from Startup Insight. So this is the data available, and in this data you will see all the companies which are in this. They are using what they are using. They are using latest science and latest technologies. If they are using it, they are far ahead of them. Like artificial intelligence is used by every company. Without it, it is not possible to make everything at very fast rate. We know that we have developed the polio vaccine. It came and become effective only after 24 years of its development. Why? because everything was manual. And the discoverer of two vaccines like Covaxin and Covishield, their scientists has they have announced after their discovery that we were able to make this compound in 1 and 1.5 year because we have used the artificial intelligence. If we have not used that artificial intelligence, it would have taken 5 to 6 years more to develop that compound. And you will also see that around 1918 Spanish flu came, 25 crores of people die. If we talk of the total world, at that time, do we have any vaccine? No, we do not have any vaccine. Why? Because companies will not invest in those things where they will not get profit. So 25 crores people died, but we don't have vaccine. But here you will see that within 1 and 1.5 year, we have lot of vaccine in the market. Why this is so? Why this is changing? First thing, it is changing because now the companies have been assured by the government that you will be not in the loss. They have given lot of funds to the companies. Second thing, companies have used artificial intelligence like data interpretation, interpretation of toxicities, interpretation how where to supply the compound, interpretation that which population need it more, the interpretation you can say the statistical analysis of the side effect. So these things have now this thing have revolutionized everything. So you will see these companies, they are using artificial intelligence, they are using big data analysis, they are using flexible production, precision medicine is a future of you can say the therapy. Okay, because we cannot, because as we have now, we know that we can sequence our genome. If you go to any scientific area, you can, with after giving money, you will have your genome sequence. And why genome sequence is there? Because they have used the latest technology. They will give you your genome, that this is your total body makeup. And if you put that genome in a software, depending upon the data which is already available, we can know that we are sensitive for carcinoma, we are sensitive for tuberculosis, or maybe after 15 to 20 years, with the help of genetic genes therapy, in before the birth of a kid, the gene manipulation will be there, and patient who may be sensitive for the development of breast carcinoma or prostate carcinoma, tuberculosis, the manipulation in the genes or genome will change it. Okay, that is the future. Similarly, precision medicine is a future of the therapy, and we know that exact cure or all these startups and big companies, they are working on it because we are of different races, we are of different color, we are of different genome. So why the same drug and why the same dose? That is the main ask of it. That we are known, like if you take example of isoniazid, we are fast acylator. That is, we will metabolize isoniazid very fast as compared to person sitting in the European country. So why the dose is same? So precision medicine means we will have a library of medicine. As soon as the patient come, looking at the physical and chemical chemistry of the patient and looking at on its genomic, you can say sequencing, the doctor or the technologist. Now, the technologist may be a doctor, he may not be a doctor, will decide what medicine to suit and which medicine has to be given to this patient. Because we know that if you're giving any drug to a patient and if that receptor is not available, then whatever dose we give, the compound will never act on it. So first he will have the receptor data available. If receptor data says that yes, estrogen receptor is available, then only estrogen receptor antagonist or agonist will be given. Otherwise, it will have no use to a patient. Okay. So artificial intelligence, we know that without it, the future will not survive, and you will be very much amazed to know that one scientist has said that we will become a slave of artificial intelligence. Okay. Because now only we are slave of artificial intelligence. Whenever we type on email, suppose 2 or 3 words we will type, remaining will be automatically given by artificial intelligence, that this person is using this sentence again and again. So automatically your sentence will be seen by you without typing it. So that is intelligence in case of technology, and in case of data interpretation, in case of drug optimization, in case of different SAR, artificial intelligence is working very high, because we know that earlier 14 to 15 years works when we developed a compound. Now we can get a compound in 6 to 7 years due to latest technology, and we have got this vaccine within 1.5 years. So these things are the future of the science and technology. But it can be misused also, because the discoverer of artificial intelligence, he has said that by 2050, okay, by 2050, we may be the slave of the machines. Now machines are our slaves. Whatever we are teaching them, they will do that. But if many people are teaching same thing to that machine, so the machine will use their own brain to tell us that what should be the correct decision. So up to here, it is all right. But with the help of machine learning, if machine started learning itself, we are giving lot of data, and now we have inputted lot of program that to use your CPU or use your brain to make good decision. So when this thing will come, automatically we will be slave of the machines. Slave means now our culture is very much physical. After in 2050, the artificial intelligence will define our culture, that what should be the culture of human beings. They will dictate us. Okay. Similarly, big data and analysis. Big data very much important for the discovery of vaccines and discovery of compounds, because sitting on the Excel or simple computers, the data interpretation is very difficult. So use of supercomputers, use of big data analysis, use of statistician, use of mathematical formula. This will give us result very fast, that in a particular area of Sagar or Indore, should that vaccine will work or not. Or patients are keen to take that medicine or not, or whether there is some after analysis is some mutation is coming on the patient or not. So many things we will see after 10 years, but artificial intelligence has started disturbing us, especially in case of engineering, not in case of pharmacy and this, because it is there, but not at full strength. But in engineering, you will know that robots are working, okay, robots are doing all works, and in pharmaceutical companies also, they are giving their 100% result, and they are replacing the human beings. Okay. So here what you will see, that harshening AI with supercomputing, that is multimodular AI. There are over 10,000 disease without a therapy. Okay, 10,000 disease without a therapy. So should our population die of this non-treatable disease, or we should discover a compound? Here we should think of AI. Okay, gene writing. I have already told you that the gene writing means we have a genome. Can we change the genome? And we know that if this is the truth, or you can say better truth, that with the help of chemotherapeutic agent, we are just increasing the life of a patient. Okay, but whatever drug we develop, maybe we develop the safest compound, but the safest compound will also kill the normal cells. This disease can only be treated with the help of gene manipulation. Underexpress or overexpress the gene which is responsible for the generation of carcinoma. Similarly, quantum computing, to know the energy of a compound, to know the physical form of a compound, to know the physical energy or form of a vaccine which is made up of peptides. Okay, so these are the future. Now here what you will see, we are seeing that we are exporting here. That, see the difference when we are asking that top 5 export countries, okay, to which we are exporting our pharmaceutical. Starting from South Africa to US to Britain to Russia. Okay, but see the top 5 क्लास ट्विंकल को बोलो एंगेज कर ले ना, मेरी क्लास चल रही है, बाहर से बंद कर देना. So now the see the difference. The top 5 import countries, we in this China is there. That is, we are importing from it, but we are not exporting. Why? Because China is self-reliant. So see the these are 10 Indian companies on which we are totally dependent. But they are taking API from different countries. But now we have startups, we have small countries, small industries, which are giving API to this company, and now these companies are making same drug at cheaper rate. You will see the compound is distributed freely in government hospitals or in army hospitals. Why? Because now they are getting you can say profits from the simple margins also. Okay, so now you will also, this is also one data which we have already seen over there, that it is expected to register second highest CGR growth among all countries till 2023 and improve its ranking to reach ninth position in the global pharmaceutical market. Okay, it is like here that earlier in 2020 we stand at 48th position. Now we are at 46th position if innovations are considered. And you know that maximum innovation, India is in top 10 maximum innovation or maximum startups or maximum new ideas. We are giving a lot of competition to US, Britain, China. Why? Because we are hub of population. We always say bad things to our population, but due to this population only, we are becoming the, we are very line up with the superpowers. Okay, because our scientists, they are in US. Our scientists are highly paid scientists in US. ISRO is full of this. NASA is full of our scientists. So what they are doing? If the population of pharmaceutical scientists is very high in other countries, whose native places in India, they have lot of impact. They will make those policies only to which our India will get benefited. Okay, that is the reason why we are rising very fast. Otherwise, we cannot develop ourselves in isolation form. Okay, if we have no good relationship with other countries, then whatever you will make, who will purchase it? That is the first thing. So so our scientists, our population who is in different countries, they are our ambassador, and you will see how we are growing. We are giving very good scientific, you can say, bunch of scientists, and now our image and ranking will increase. It will increase day by day, day by day, day by day, and at one time we will we will try to develop our everything at our native state. If a person is belong to village and if he is getting lot of funds from government, then how, why he will go outside? Okay, because maximum people, they run outside because of money. So here we will see that researching new drugs takes massive amount of time. We know that the pharmaceutical industry needs to keep researching and developing new products in order to thrive. If they are only to publish paper and patents, then they cannot survive. Okay, think of Pfizer. Think of our own country, our own industry, which is developing compound. They hardly invest anything in research and development, wherever Pfizer invests huge billion of compounds in the R&D. And if they are if they are developing the new compounds with the help of highly scientific, you can say, caliber, in which Indians are always number one. If their 10 drug fails, their 11th drug got passed. And with the help of their 11th drug, they make up the losses of all 10 drugs in 1 year. There are many blockbuster compounds produced by this industry because they know that even after failure, they can get this amount returned within few years. These are some government funding agency. We already know them. Okay. Private spending on pharmaceutical R&D and the approval of new drugs have both increased markedly in recent years. Why? Because earlier the compounds in pipeline, compounds to be marketed, their number, we can count their number on fingers. Why? Because hardly some compounds they come into last phase of clinical trial. But now it is increasing day by day. Lot of compounds they are in pipelines. Compound means it may be a drug, it may be peptides, it may be vaccine. Why? Because the reason being the industry is revolutionized with the help of latest technologies. Scientists are revolutionized with the help of latest software and latest supercomputing. Engineers are developing new things with the help of their own softwares, which is highly precise. Okay, that is, error is negligible. If error is negligible, then the process of making drug will be very much fast. Here you will see that in 2013, maybe around 137 billion dollar, you can say, has been invested by R&D. It is a data of worldwide data, not of our own country, but here you will see that in 2013, a little bit increment is there. In 2014, the same increment in 2015. That is, now the spending on R&D is increasing. Why? Because they are purchasing new things. They are purchasing new data scientists. They are purchasing new softwares. And you will see in 2021 also, 2022 also, you just increase the percentage of 2.4% of annual growth. At 2.4% annual growth, the data will increase from 20 to 21, then 22. So this data is increasing. Why? The data is increasing because we are investing. We are investing because we know that health is number one. If you do not have health, then what you will do? Maybe you have BMW, or you will have Audi car, or maybe Range Rover. But what you will do? You will not be able to sit. And if in Range Rover your temperature is always high, you cannot walk. So forget about all those things. So especially healthy well-being is very much important. Now here we have seen their investment, and now in 2013 we will see that the companies in total have developed 5 cancer compounds, investing about $31.8 billion. Okay, why so much on cancer and why so much less on psychiatric? Because we know that percentage of psychiatric disease are very less. Okay, and they can survive. Wherever, if we talk of cancer, we know that if cancer is there, which is increasing at very fast rate, and that is the reason if you submit a project, out of 10 projects, 8 will belong to carcinoma, because carcinoma cannot be treated by a drug. It can be treated only by some gene manipulation or molecular biology. And if blockbuster compound come into the market, like now we have monoclonal antibodies, okay, CTLA1, CTL4, and agonist, or PDL1 antagonist, means these type of new antibodies, monoclonal antibodies, is treating cancer up to 80%. So 80% success rate is there due to these monoclonal antibodies, and it requires very high sophisticated technology, which cannot be done in a simple lab. Okay, we need BCL3 facility for the development for cell line studies, and BCL3 facility in India, only 3 to 4 institutions are there which has got these BCL3 facilities. So we know that the money is highly required. And why we are investing more on cancer? Because till now it is a sort of you can say mystery for us. If tuberculosis is there, it is treatable. With the help of asthma, it is treated and patient hardly die. Diabetes highly treatable, patient hardly die. But in cancer, we know that we are just increasing the longevity of patients. So what to do? That is the reason why a lot of investment are going over here. Okay. Then where they are investing for invention of new compound, development of new technology, so that they can develop new peptides or new compounds. Incremental innovation means they will not give 100% innovation at a time, but if they have HPLC, they will upgrade to UPLC. Okay, like this. Incremental growth, if they have minus 80 degree of you can say fridge is available, then after some time they will also purchase minus 120. We know that these are very much required when we are talking of compounds which belongs to you can say proteins or cells, or you can say other different things which are required, where we know that sperms are also being frozen for many years. So means incremental increase in innovation is required. Okay, product differentiation, that is which product is good, which product is superior, and this will again, it will be analyzed by the artificial intelligence monitor statistical analysis. These are some startups. Okay, in here hardly you will see some startups which belong to pharmaceutical sciences. Okay, Like Grow, it is investing software. Grow First is giving you some different unacademies, academic software. Ola, we know that. So you can see that Ola is earning million and billion without much investment. You know that. Same with Paytm. But where is our uh, pharmaceutical market? Only one MG is there, which is also not a big startup. So as we know that in earlier I have told that in 2000 around 22 21 1745 startups was there. Specifically we are talking of our own health sciences or pharmaceutical sciences, and you will be very much frustrated to know. Frustrated why? Because we think that we are hub of everything, but here we will see that these are 7 startups which are these are top 7 startups which belongs to health sciences. Okay, like Rome, Polaris, MRM Health, Evora, Ancora, then Palmo Biotics. But uh, maximum they belongs to US or some European country. You will see there is nothing in Africa, there is nothing in Asia, uh, and maybe nothing in Russia, which we think that they have very good science over there. But this will frustrate yourself that in top 7 we don't stand. Okay, where I'm talking of only pharmaceutical sciences. This Polaris, here the Polaris is there. He will see what Polaris QB is doing. Polaris QB is, they are vastly, they are using artificial intelligence to speed up the search of candidate drug. That is, they are using, uh, they are using bioinformatics, the data available free, the different SAR techniques, so that at very high speed they can compounds. The platform also uses big data to filter for drug toxicity. That is, before making anything on computational study, they will tell that the compound is active, but compound similar at the same site, the compound is less toxic. Okay, so everything they will tell you without really doing it, and at last they will give you some result, and not result. Some companies will produce their own compounds. Then this Ancora, what it is doing, clinical trials take up considerable time during drug development, and this company is using, this startup now use AI analytics and real world evidence to encourage patient participation in clinical trials. So they are encouraging the use of technology and unanimous, you can say, participation of human beings in the clinical trials. So everything is very fast now. Then this ANA therapies, here we'll see that first pharma companies stood up to the task and developed the kits, diagnostic kits. This is totally depending upon the diagnostic kit, including antibody-based tests. Now there is a race underway to bring a COVID-19 vaccine to the market. Okay, COVID-19 vaccine in the market now, it is already there, but they are trying to develop a kit that a person will go and it will tell that yes, COVID-19 is there. Similarly, the startup is investigating niclosamide. What is niclosamide? Is a compound which is used as a tapeworm. Okay, when tapeworm infection is there, niclosamide is given. And this, the code of a new compound, ANA001, the startup repurposed drug is undergoing phase 2 clinical trial. In the treatment of COVID-19, early results indicate that the drugs exhibit both antiviral and anti-inflammatory activity. That is, the drug AN001, which is already available, or to synthesize it, because this company say that this compound may be useful in antiviral and anti-inflammatory activities. Otherwise, this compound was in testing. Similarly, Pulmobiotic, they are also making vaccines for the pulmonary system. So all these are startups. MRM Health, okay, pharma startup are working on therapies that correct the microbiome composition to reverse the disease state. That is, we know that our body is hub of microbes. Everywhere you will find microbes. So with the help of some scientific data, they know that the disease can be reversed if natural microbiome is maintained. So one of my student is also working on this computational study of microbiome, in what condition they survive, in what condition they can reverse the disease. like diabetes. The we know that if type 2 diabetes is there, in it is hardly reversible. If diabetes is there, it will remain there. But doctors say that yes, in 102 patient can have a reverse diabetes if they strictly follow the regime, strictly follow the lifestyle. In starting 1 to 3 months, their diabetes can be reversed, but only two people. Okay, but maybe with new startups, the diabetes can be cured. Maybe some cells will be developed, will go into pancreas and instead of insulin, then real insulin pump, which will be injected beneath the epidermis. And whenever the sensor will tell that yes, this much milligram of insulin is required, that will be in the bloodstream. So we are doing very good, you can say very significant work. But yes, whatever we are using, the new technologies has to be the part of it. Otherwise, without technology, we cannot make a pump and we cannot make a dose to of the insulin because it comes in the international unit. It we need a very precise, you can say, weighing system for those diseases. This is Evora Bioscience. In Evora Bioscience also, you know that it is a gene editing software, and we know that future is of gene editing. The disease which we say that diabetes, if a patient is diabetic can be 20 to 20% hereditary. Cancer is 15% hereditary. Tuberculosis is 10 to 15% hereditary. These things maybe after some year will be managed, because if it is a hereditary, just do gene manipulation, edit the gene, and what we will get? We will get the disease less future human beings. Maybe some new disease will come, but not the disease which we know. Okay. So here we know that some, again, government has some scheme to for the startup. If any one of the participant want to have a very good startup, you can say idea, or want to start up, then lot of different schemes are there. Up to 10% they will give you loan. As such, government will give you loan under the Mudra scheme. Okay, so they have divided this Mudra scheme. Mudra scheme means Micro Units Development and Refinance Agency Bank. So the different categories there: Shishu, Kishore, and Tarun. That is, if they think that your startup will have only cater the need of a particular village or area, and it has a limited potential, 50%, 50,000 they will give you. Then Kishore 5 lakh, and for Tarun they can give you 10 lakh, maybe more than 10 lakh. Okay. Then again, some credit guarantee system is there. This credit guarantee system is one of the biggest startup loan scheme launched by the Ministry of India. Okay. Under this government scheme, a collateral-free loan of rupees up to 1 crore is provided. That is, if your startup is have very much potential, then government can give you 1 crore loan at a very less interest. Okay. Earlier, what we have, that out of 100%, only 1% have a car. But now, in this condition, out of 150%, 50 people has a car. Why? Because now they just have to pay the 10% or 12, 20%. Everything is we purchase on loan. So now everywhere you will see the car. Similarly, this thing is there. If one student is started a startup, then it will infect everyone. That is a positive infection, and that if it infect every student will be an entrepreneur, because they will get the loan from the government, and they can have their new startup, maybe in pharmacy or maybe in some other branch also. Because startup is not, you can say startup is not a part of a specific, um, you can say trend, but startup may be part of all trends. Focus on existing and new manufacturing unit. Z or zero deficit and zero effect mission is to encourage manufacturer to create better products which with high quality and zero defects. So government is giving subsidies. You know that government has given in Serum India or the companies which are making vaccines huge amount of money, that even if you are failed, do not worry, we are with you. And that encouragement has put India in a front line in making the vaccine and distributing it. Okay. The focus is to enable manufacturing to embrace world-class manufacturing processes and use technology to ensure that their products are the best in the class. So this is all about what government is giving to us. And these are some startup which is now the part of unicorn club. Okay, after a particular market value, the startup become the unicorn. Again, the no unicorn from our own country. Okay. Now we also know that we always talk of new technology. We always talk of new technology. And new technology, we know that they are smart machines. Now they are our friend. Okay, we wash it. We wash our clothes. We put just powder in a machine. We get a tablet. Okay, earlier 10 person was on the same machine. Now there is no need of, maybe no need of any person, because everything is self-activated. So whether we are just tying hand with smart machines, but whether this tied hand will be for longer period of time or just it is the ask of the day, because we have to use machine in a very smarter way so that they cannot govern us. Okay. Now you know that this is a Ronaldo, the number one player, the number one football player, which has highest goal, but he has spent his full life to do this. But if a man-made machine has, if you put a man-made robot in a ground, the single robot can score these goals within 1 week. Okay, why? Because lot of Ronaldo type players has given the brain to that machine. So all strategies will be in a one machine. And now that machine is an intelligent machine. Now it is a smarter and artificial intelligence machine. And that machine will, depending upon the condition, it can analyze within a second the all the techniques given to him by the great footballer. So that can be attained in within 1 week. So this is a positive thing. But second thing is that if we become their slave, then it is very hardly to. So what is intelligence? This is intelligence. But what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is nothing but it is a mimicking of the human intelligence. 1,000 human being can train a robot. That is, we have our limited brain. But when 10 people sit down and make a conversation, we get good result. Think when 1,000 people sit together, we will have very much refined result. But think if million of brain is working together. So that is artificial intelligence. Okay. And it also only work on the coding. One computer is required only and one software is required. And machine learning tools are required, and machine learning tools are nothing but they are that is AI. If you're talking of chemistry, AI is applied everywhere, from designing to make a reaction, to make a molecule, make a reaction pathway. If on paper, if we say that X plus Y equal to Z, but it is not Z, some byproduct will be there. So that artificial intelligence can say that no, X plus Y will give you around 10 to 20 byproduct, because it thinks very minutely and we thinks at very broader range. So that is a future of drug discovery. Artificial intelligence, why we are talking about artificial intelligence? Because it is a future of pharmaceutical technology. We are not using it, but engineers are using it. So deep learning is nothing but a creation of simple language. Machine learning is nothing but this deep learning is again given to many time to a machine, then machine learns, it will do its work. But artificial intelligence is there, that machine will also analyze itself. Okay, what human beings have told me, can I use my own brain? So that is the artificial intelligence. So this is aligned, deep learning to machine learning to artificial intelligence. And we know that without artificial intelligence, we cannot survive. As told by father of artificial intelligence, John, that the science and engineering of making intelligent machines. Okay, intelligent machines. Intelligent machine means lot of precision and hardly any, you can say, mistake. Okay, we say that to err is a human, to forgive is God. Means We will do error many times, but machine will have a minor error. Okay, because it is trained one. And when it is a trained one, then whatever product by hand we will make and the machine will make automatically, it will have edge every time. So artificial intelligence start from learning, then hypothesis, then prediction. It is not like that you just give.
आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में बता रहा हूँ.
It is not like that we have just made a program and it will work. No, first we will make a program. We will tell the machine to do those things. Then we will tell them that suppose you will have 10 different hypotheses. So what to select? What will be the best? That is a prediction, which we cannot do. So the key idea is learn from known data and generalize a unknown data. Learn from known data means we are giving known things. Now, after learning, he can generalize the unknown data also. That is the fastness of the artificial intelligence. And we know that from 1950 to 2000, now we are in 2022. In 2020, we know that AI became the landmark. Now we are 20 years, 22 years ahead. So in many cases, artificial intelligence is working. Maybe we go to airport or you go to any science museum, robot will come and robot will tell you everything, and it can also guide to different rooms. So that is a, and whenever something comes near to it, automatically the path will be changed. So why we are not using this in pharmacy? Yes, we are using it, but it is just a initial stages. Okay. Then this is the estimated data that by 2026, around $150 billion will be invested by these companies in development of technologies for development of compounds. So with the help of AI in pharma, we have radiology, personalized medicine, drug discovery, clinical trials. Then we have image guided surgery. Okay, doctor is sitting maybe in Indore and he is doing surgery in Sagar. How it is possible? It is possible due to all these machines. Then this is not related to our pharmacy, but yes, in patient A, what is a mutation and what drug to give? In patient B, what is a mutation, what drug to give? Now, what we think that the patient has got this disease, just give a particular drug. But this is a personalized medicine. That is, we know the genome sequence. With the help of genome sequence, we know that what is a mutation which has produced a disease. Then the drugs may be different. That is the indication of this slide. Then again, from initial screening of drug compounds to predicting success rate based on biological factors, previous experiments are used to train the model. We know that millions of sulfonamides were developed. So it will analyze the data of different billion of sulfonamide and will tell you that what should be the future of sulfonamide. And if we know the future, that is, if we know the correct structure of the sulfonamide which is devoid of what resistance, devoid of toxicity, devoid of tolerance, then we can make a sulfonamide which can give competition to antibiotics also. Okay, so a little bit about my own university, because in our university also we have started the startup cells. Why? Because it is a scheme of government. Government is giving a lot of money to the peoples where startups are going. So every academic institution, they are encouraging their student to develop some startups, so that indirectly that person will get money, but indirectly the university or academic institution will get money. So that is the reason this national startup policy was formulated, and now the government is promoting it. So we have different startups and ideas. Seminars was organized by our university startup cells. Okay, you will see that in Indore, in SGITS, I think 1 year back, that around 73 ideas was given. That is, many academic institutions have participated in this startup to give their ideas, and you will see that out of 73 ideas which was generated over there, our university has won the 4 out of 73. Okay, 4 of the 73 ideas, and people has got around 1,75,000 of cash money so that they can work on it. And universities also promised that if their results are increasing, they will increase the funding because they will ask the government to give the funding. No ideas that receive pre-incubation offer from the state. That is, we also know that incubation is now a part of academic institution, but incubation require a lot of money and lot of different you can say administration. So it is lacking, but again, it will also uh, jump. So these are some startup which was given to student of our university. Simple that rental service or online grocery. But again, it is frustrating that nothing related to medicine is there. Okay, so our department 4 student, out of which 2 student has developed something which is very much useful for the you can say rural population. Okay, so now the things are going. Our university is now they are encouraging student. So they are also giving hands-on training, different hands-on training sessions was there. So some people, they are getting awards, cash prize, medals. They are also getting concession in the attendance. Okay, so a lot of different things are coming day by day, and maybe your institute may have some different courses, like we have diploma, 8 diploma courses, we have 1 PG diploma. Why this is? Because this is just learning. Okay, if you have these courses available with you, a person can use it, a person can adopt it, and a person can have a very good startup. One person from our university, he worked on the manure, and now he's selling manure to different state. Earlier he was like, he was earning nothing, but now he is, as told by him, he is paying 20 lakhs of what, like 20 lakh of tax to the government. Earlier he was hardly earning 10 to 15,000 per month due to these courses. So a lot of courses are there. So I think this is what I wish to tell you, all the participants, that how the innovation and how the pharmacy is moving towards the self-reliance, and whatever we want to do, we should develop. First, we should think of our own area, then we should think of different things. Okay. So this is the way of our startup cell. And I think with this, I should stop. And I wish to thank all the participants for patience hearing, and all the team who has put their hard work for this impact, you can say, lecture series. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Okay, participants, if any one of you is having any queries, anyone from the participants having a query? Okay, sir. So I have got a query in my chat box. It's who decides if a drug is innovative? Who decides if a drug is innovative?
Okay, that nobody can decide, but our results. Okay. So if you are discovering any antipyretic drug, then that drug should be very much comparable to paracetamol and should have less toxicity than paracetamol. Otherwise, there is no use of developing that compound. So that, like simple comparison, you can reach to a conclusion that your compound is very much effective antipyretic drug, and just give that result. If you have developed that compound, just give that result to any company, prove it, and get $1 million.
Okay. Any other queries from the viewers?
सर एक बहुत सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है, थोड़ा सा आपको शायद फनी भी लगे, इनोवेशन सर चल तो बहुत सारा रहा है, लेकिन जो कंडीशन है आज भी कैंसर की जैसे देखें हम, तो जहाँ पे पहले थे आज भी वहीं पे है। मतलब कि अगर 100 में से है तो शायद ही 2-5% बचते हैं कि उनको बचाना मुश्किल है। तो सर ये इफेक्टिव क्यों नहीं हो रहा है?
हाँ सही बोल रहे, मैंने जैसे बताया आपको कि कंपनीज उसी में इन्वेस्ट करती है जहां उनको पैसा मिलता है। तो उनको लगता है कि जैसे कि कोई डिजीज है जिसमें पेशेंट खत्म हो जाते हैं लेकिन उससे कोई बनाने से कोई फायदा नहीं है, तो उसमें वो हाथ ही नहीं डालते, है ना। एक तो ये रीजन, दूसरा रीजन ये है कि अ, कई लोग स्टार्टअप चालू करते हैं और पेशेंस तो अपने इंडियंस में रहता नहीं। आप लोग सोचते हैं कि हमने आज 1 रुपया लगा तो कल से हमें 2 रुपये मिल जाए, ये अपनी मेंटेलिटी है। और जहां तुम्हें मालूम है कि जैसे KFC और जो अपन खाते हैं जगह जगह जाके, वो 50 साल में बताओ वो $1 बिलियन का आदमी बना है जब उसने 45 साल में चालू किया अपना काम। तो अपने पेशेंस नहीं, अगर पेशेंस है और अगर आप काम करते रहें तो सक्सेस तो मिलती है। तो जैसे हम में पेशेंस नहीं है, हमारे इंडस्ट्री में पेशेंस नहीं, वही फाइजर में कितना पेशेंस है देखिए आप। तो वो तो साइकोलॉजिकल है, मतलब पैसा का मतलब मनी की प्रॉब्लम है ही पैसे की, लेकिन साइकोलॉजिकल पेशेंट मतलब अपने पेशेंस नहीं है, सीधी बात तो ये। हम बहुत जल्दी जल्दी आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं, हम सीधे नीचे से छत पे चढ़ जाते हैं, उस सीढ़ी वीढ़ी को दरकिनार करते
सर एक चीज और थी, ये
हैं।
जो
हाँ।
अभी लेटेस्ट में नैनो रोबोटिक्स टाइप चीजें चल रही हैं, तो फ्यूचर में क्या संभव है इनसे, जो ये सीवियर डिसीज कैंसर हो गया, एड्स हो गया, तो लाइफ थ्रेटनिंग है?
अब तो उस पर देखो रिसर्च ही चल रही है, लेकिन मैंने बताया कि कैंसर की लेटेस्ट रिसर्च तो वही है कि मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडीज, और उस मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी के अंदर ड्रग भी इंटरेक्ट करती है। और वो तो यूएस वाले बोलते हैं कि इट इज 90% इफेक्टिव। मतलब पेशेंट तो है वो, चाहे एजेड पेशेंट, मतलब उन्होंने 70-80 साल के पेशेंट पे टेस्ट किया, उस पर अगर ये पॉजिटिव आ रहा है तो आप देखोगे, देखो इम्यूनोजेनल लैब है, ऐसे करके कई कंपाउंड मार्केट में है, लेकिन बहुत कॉस्टली है वो भी। लेकिन उससे ट्रीटमेंट तो बहुत अच्छा है। लेकिन रोबोटिक वाला आप धीरे धीरे देखो क्या होता है, वो जीनोम को ठीक करेंगे जाके बॉडी में, या कोई जीन थेरेपी को वहां तक पहुंचाएंगे। अब फ्यूचर बताएगा, लेकिन काम तो इनोवेशन पे, काम तो चल रहा है बहुत। कौन सा सक्सेसफुल होता है वो अपन को देखना पड़ेगा।
थैंक यू सर।
Okay, I think now we are towards the end of the session. So as we know that the session was intended to launch the Impact Lecture Series session by Institution's Innovative Cell of CDIP under Ministry of Education, Innovation Council, Government of India and AICTE has been a great success, to be honest. And the main objective of this initiative was to support the IIC institutes to organize impact lectures and to make a strong connection between the innovation and startup collaborators in the state as well as international levels. I believe it's been a true great success, honestly. Okay, so now it's time for vote of thanks. So without any delay, beginning with, of course, the most important person of today's day, that is Dr. Sushil Kumar Koshwar sir. On behalf of CDIP, I really want to give a vote of thanks who spared his time from his busiest schedule to grace the occasion. And today we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this will truly be going to encourage us in a future events. So few of your learnings from today's session we can state in few sentences as: we cannot solve a problems with some things, but we can use because we cannot create them. Then everything seems to be going against you. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with the wind. If you cannot go great things, do small things in great way. So this is what we have learned from today's session, and so your thoughts have enlightened our minds and have shown us a new path. A special mention to our respected principal, Dr. Arun Kumar Gupta, sir, for being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best and standing as pillar of strength. With a deep sense of appreciation, I would also like to thank a lovely faculty members for their untiring efforts. Finally, I would like to thank budding rock stars that made this event successfully. So it's a pleasure of mine also, sir. At the end, I would like to say it was a pleasure sharing this platform with you. Thank you, everyone. Viewers, I would just like to mention that after this, I will be sharing the links for the assessment and followed by feedback form. Please do fill so that you can get your certificate. Thank you everyone for joining with us.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you for joining today, sir.
Thank you, Ashish. Thank you, Dr. Arun. Thank you, Anjali. And I will be hoping to meet you soon. Thank you.